Look at these tulips. They're so pretty. Hi, good morning. It's day 26, and yes, we are still in Gatlinburg. Newfound Gap Rd is still closed, so even if we wanted to, we could not get back to Clingman Stone to get back on the trail, so we extended our stay at the Super 8. Highly recommend if you do decide to zero in Gatlinburg. The Super 8's a great spot. It's a good motel. It's clean. The rates are good. It's not a far walk from the main drag. They have laundry, free breakfast, which is, continental breakfast at a hotel. Nothing too crazy, but it's not far from the main drag at all, where there's all the restaurants and moonshine and arcades, all the things. So we're gonna give Crockett's another try this morning, but we found out that there's an online wait list, so took advantage of that. So we're not gonna be waiting an hour and a half today, at least. So yeah.
I'm like upset on the fried.
Yeah, their cinnamon rolls are fried. A little excited for that. So trying to find the positives today, even though we're still here in Gatlinburg. It's fine. All right. I've noticed every clip when I'm editing, I'm always like, all right. It's like I'm painfully aware of all these little quirks that I have and do. So yeah, we just had breakfast at Crockett's. It was okay. Like, I don't know if it was worth waiting an hour and a half. The cinnamon roll was amazing, but everything else was good. It was good. But now I got some iced coffee. I'm gonna go to the Knock and get some suppers and maybe go try to find another place to get some lunch items. Yeah. Very, very uneventful day, guys. I'm so very sorry. But we're taking you along for the ride, as promised. But today is just gonna be the streets of Gatlinburg. Oh, like a through hiker right there. Yeah, I think they had some good peak meals at the Knock, which are rapidly becoming my favorite.
And they had a bunch of good to goes too, I think.
Yeah, good to go and peak are super good.
The best. We're also gonna go see if maybe we can get some intel on the road situation, because a bunch of the people that work at the Knock are also
shuttle drivers.
If I haven't mentioned that before, so.
Wish us luck to find out some good news. Got a little resupply action between the Knock and the little general store across the street. Got the individual oatmeal cream pies, so I got a couple of those. Got some suppers, and we're gonna go try the Walgreens for like some protein pouches, tuna, chicken, something for Chuck. I've already lost my fondness for those, so I've just been doing like crazy snacks for lunch, like jerky of some kind. The tuna pouches, that was a short-lived romance for me. And tortillas are just so heavy, but I say that, but I just bought 2 sticks of summer sausage, so I guess it all evens itself out. But yeah, we have a shuttle for tomorrow morning. Hopefully the roads will be open so we can get the heck out of here. It is time. I haven't said that already, but
we talked to some of the shuttle drivers at the Knock, and one of them seems to think that the roads should be open by tomorrow. He says this is the longest he's ever seen them be closed. So.
Yeah, I'm like, of all the things like that happens, I don't want like this pity party you always me, but like, what are the odds that this is the case? Like, this is the longest we've ever seen. I'm like, of course it's when we're here, and we just came off of 2 gastrointestinal zeros. It's like, dang man, I'm just ready to get back out there. Finally getting my Cheez-Its. I'm very excited. Okay, since we have not really much going on today, we're gonna do talk about our food and resupply. But full disclosure, this current resupply, I have way too much food, and I am painfully aware of that, as I will put this on my back because some of it is quite heavy. But I'm also shopping for, like, at a certain point you want what you want, and wait be damned. So I've got some heavier stuff, but if it means I'm looking forward to eating it and I'm excited to eat it, that's worth more to me than trying to like go like super light with my food. So without further ado, my food And Chuck's got his ready to go. He's going to talk about his, but he's covered it with a towel currently, so we don't get too confusing. So
it's just hard to look at with all of it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, so start with me. My breakfasts. So I've been doing a Belvita usually, and I'm going to force myself to, because I can't eat a ton in the morning, honestly. So I'm going to force myself to do some peanut butter with it and get some protein and some good fat in there. Fat will keep you fuller longer, and just the peanut butter is just so calorie dense. Also, we're still doing, we're going no cook for breakfast, mostly because we are still having to pull out our stoves and do this instant coffee. And I will push this on anyone who will listen. This Alpine Start Dirty Chai is amazing. It has 110 milligrams of caffeine and a decent amount, I say like carbs, let's see, 15 grams of carbs. So got some sugars in there to help fuel you. And it is, their slogan, that actually tastes good. It is delicious. And we've been starting our day with an electrolyte of some kind. I've never tried these before, but we're going to try them out. Berry lemonade. It's not as beefy as liquid IV as far as the sodium content, but maybe we'll switch to like something a little heavier with the sodium in the summertime when we're sweating a ton. But there's your sodium count. I like the fact that it has a ton of zinc in it. That's good for immunity as we're out here sharing shelters. So hopefully this tastes pretty good. I'm kind of excited to try it. So that's breakfast. And for me, for lunch, I have just been trying to just throw together random stuff that I'm like actually excited to eat, because I'm already tired of Cliff Builder bars. Not a fan. So my protein bar isn't the best as far as macros go. It only has 13 grams of protein in it. So I'm adding just a bunch of other random snacks here. It is full of fat though. It's got 13 grams of fat. But like for 220 calories, these are super, super light. They're very wafer-like. Think of a Nutty Buddy, but these are great. I love these. I don't really eat them in my regular life just because the protein count isn't that great, but they taste good, so I'm just gonna go for it. And the general store had individual oatmeal cream pies, so I had to get that. I am obsessed with these. I could eat these every day and not get sick of them. 5 grams of protein. It's okay. And a cowtail, because I haven't had cowtails since elementary school. And it's some just nice, just straight sugar. So I mixed that up. I didn't want to get all cheese and meat because it is quite heavy, but I want to pack out cheese while we can. I got some jalapeno pepper while the weather's still cold and cheese won't get super sweaty and gross. And I got some smoked cheddar for another lunch. And sweet jalapeno, beef and pork summer sausage, and just a regular classic summer sausage. We have pot cozies because eventually I think we will cook in our pots, but right now we're still just doing the dehydrated meals. They're just easy. And like I said, Peak has been my favorite. That's so good. I mean, 53 grams of protein in here. It is 2 servings, but I think we're to the point where our hiker hunger is kicking in, and I can just put down a whole one by myself. And that is a ton of protein. Good for recovery for those muscles. Can't go wrong with the old tried and true lasagna from Mountain House. I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know why I bought it. I'm not hopeful at all that it's going to taste good, but we're going to give it a shot. I got it at Fontana, and I still haven't tried it yet. And this chicken pesto from Peak is absolutely delicious. Like, I can't emphasize enough how, like, delicious Peak is. And so now for the overflow of snacks and just random stuff that I just have extra of. I've been craving Cheez-Its this whole time. I'll take this out of the box to save some weight and do some repackaging of the things and all that. I got some spicy nut mix, corn nuggets, pumpkin seeds. This is just a random leftover breakfast that I never ate before. Some goo, some caffeinated goo. These are great. I like these because they're like mostly honey based, so they don't taste this like weird sugary goo. It just actually tastes like honey. These are great. Gotta have my Nerds clusters. I am, as y'all know, a South Louisiana native. I am a sloppy mama girl, but when I saw these little Tonys, I had to get them. They're just the cutest. I haven't had to use them yet, but just in case. Extra electrolytes and some extra Vermont meat sticks and just an extra little jerky. So this is all the extra here. That's just a little, probably too much, but I don't know. It might not be. We got some big mileage planned for the Smokies, so I might eat it all. Who knows? All right, Chuck's turn.
Yeah. The other thing too is the Smokies are going to be still very cold. We'll probably be hiking in snow tomorrow officially, because I just got word from a shuttle driver at the knock that the roads are open.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
They just texted?
Just texted me. So I'm going to do the same thing Heather did here for you. Okay. So yeah. So here's what we got. So I've got breakfasts, snacks, lunches, afternoon snacks, dinners. I'll kind of go through real quick and explain what I've got going on. All right. So for breakfast, for me, you know, I like to have a really, I try to balance the macros throughout the day. So I definitely try to make sure I'm getting protein, carbs, and fat throughout the day. And I'm kind of digging these metrics or MetRx bars, depending on what you call them. So I've got a breakfast bar each morning. That way it's no cook. And an instant coffee, same thing. We love these Alpine Starts. I have been heating up water for them, and I'll probably keep doing that through the Smokies because it's just really nice to have a warm beverage to wake up to. And we're not going to be doing huge miles through the Smokies because through the rest of the Smokies, no, because
I was like, oh, we got some big miles coming up.
well, we could do 3 days and be out of the Smokies, but one of those days is going to have to be an 18 to 20 mile day. So we're planning, we're giving ourselves 4 days, and if we just feel good and feel up to making it 3, we'll do it. So breakfast, got my coffee. We sort of keep accumulating these. I've been adding these to the Alpine Starts as well. It just gives it more of a coffee flavor. I've got my electrolytes that I throw in my water each day, just to give me something other than just plain water. I love Think bars personally for as a protein bar, so I've got those. Here's another item we kind of keep accumulating. So every time we do, I just throw something like this in with my snacks because it's good carbs and I need it. Same thing here. Here's some extra fat. And then I've got my lunches. These are, I'm not advocating doing these packets with tortillas for lunch. It's not particularly tasty, but it's good fuel, so that's why, and it's fast. That's why I keep doing it. And I got myself some mustard packets to try to zhuzh it up a little bit. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better this week. And on our last day, I just know that we're not going to be doing as many miles on that day coming out of the Smokies, so I'll be good with a protein bar. Then I've got afternoon snacks here, more protein bars, and some beef jerky to like supplement that. I like having I like a little bit more than 20 grams of protein per meal / snack. So the beef jerky helps with that. And then I've got my dinners. I've been lugging around this, I say lugging, I've been toting around this
that was our
ramen.
Emergency ramen for day one.
I've been toting that forever, and it's so cold still in the Smokies that I'm like, what better time to eat nice hot ramen than when there's snow on the ground? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw some chicken in it so there's actually protein. And then I just can't beat the drum on these peak meals enough. They are so good. And another cool thing about them that's different from other freeze-dried meals is they have like maybe 60% of the sodium that you'd normally see in something comparable. So like if you go and check out the macros on this one, you look at the sodium, 940 grams in this whole pack. Most other types of meals like this are going to have in the neighborhood of like 15 to 1700 grams of sodium. 1060 for the lasagna. And so for me, I just start to feel really bloated after eating these back to back and tons of sodium if I'm not sweating it out. And it's going to be cold where we're hiking in these next few days. I'm probably not going to be sweating it out. So I like those. And then the next thing I'll do, once I have it all laid out like this, is I'll actually go bag up each of these things. I'll have all my breakfasts and coffees bagged up together. All of my snacks will go in one Ziploc bag together. My lunch packets will all go. And that just makes pulling food out really quick and efficient and speeds the process up. Because as you try to do bigger miles, of course, you got to find ways to be quicker when you're not moving. So, yeah, I guess I'll do another quick shot once I have it all bagged up so I can show you guys. Okay, so if we didn't say it and if it wasn't self-explanatory, we are doing, this is a 4-day resupply. We're basically giving ourselves 4 days to get out of the Smokies, which we can easily do, with the option to get out in 3 if by some chance we are just feeling crazy good and we want to shoot and try to do an 18 or 20 mile day. But because we know we're going to leave tomorrow morning and hit the trail, I'm going ahead and pulling out stuff that I would do like I would do in the mornings on trail. So every morning I wake up, I go get our food bags, I pull out my snacks for the day, and I'm realizing as I'm looking at this, I haven't pulled out quite enough. So I also pulled out my breakfast bar because our shuttle is supposed to be picking us up so early tomorrow that I don't think we're going to have time to eat breakfast here in town anywhere. So like what I would do in the morning is I'd pull this out and I would eat it while I'm making my coffee, or our coffee. And then I would put snacks in my hip belt for the day so that I don't have to stop and take my pack off in order to have a snack. I can just keep on walking. So the other thing, so then I would, I just throw everything else in my food bag. I like to have a few extra plastic bags. These are good for trash, or if you open a bag of chips or something and you don't have something to close it with. So there's that. Then the next thing I like to throw in is my dinners, because they're the last thing I'm going to grab on any given day. So they go at the bottom. And then from there, or after that, I just kind of pack all my other stuff in to the bag and in a way that makes sense. In other words, whatever I think I could need on first throughout the day, or need, at any time during the day, I like to have that right on top. So I can just grab it, throw everything in. Like lunches, for example, will be on top because I know we're going to stop and do a full lunch. So this is another snack I'll set out. I'll put that in like the big mesh pocket in my bag. But breakfasts, I know I won't need my breakfasts again until the following morning. So those go in soon, or go in early. Snacks or something I'm not going to need until again the following morning. So those will go right in, and I can put stuff on top of that. Lunches will be like one of the last things I'd put in because I'm going to need to grab them. So yeah, that's sort of my logic. And then on top of all this, usually I'll throw our hygiene products bag that has our toothpaste in it and stuff, because you want to hang that at night as well. And then on top of that goes our pots and stoves. So that's kind of the process. What you doing? Oh, you're bagging stuff up now?
Oh, no. Yes.
Look at her getting more efficient. Not everybody has been a bagger on this entire trail.
I was throwing everything in my bag with reckless abandon, and then I opened his and I was like, this is so type A.
Her bag was pure chaos.
Chaos.
Pure chaos. I couldn't handle it. You learn a lot about your partner when you're on trail together.
Stop it.
You learn the type of person you married. I married a hiker.
And I married a type A perfectionist.
I am who I am.
So another part of camp chores is washing all of the receptacles, bottles, coffee cups, all the things. Those get pretty funky. So that's done. And we're gonna go have some supper with Chris, Mary, and Jeff. And I don't know, I guess it might just be us 4, but I don't know. River's coming.
And I think his friend.
Oh, and his friend Coffee Bean. Yes. So we're gonna go have some steak. I guess I'm not the biggest steak eater, but I love Gatlinburg's love for like just an amazing salad bar. So I'm gonna just go ham on some salads and like maybe a big old baked potato so that I can save some room for some cobbler.
Sounds good.
I've already peeped the menu. So,
You always do that.
I do always do that. So if we wanted to see any bears on the trail, I think we would have the opportunity tonight, because I'm no expert, but that's been knocked over the past 2 mornings and trash has been everywhere. So methinks that's not the proper trash can for bears. And oh yeah, no, they took a picture, half and half. Saw a bear in this parking lot, so yeah. We might maybe we'll see our first bear tonight if we hang out outside for a little while.
Yeah.
Hand for reference.
Yeah, right. That is really nice. That's huge.
Once again, we ate way too much food.
Yeah.
I had some trout, some fresh rainbow trout, and a baked potato the size of my head. Loud truck, some cobbler, and I don't want to see food for a good 12 hours. So, I'm gonna call this video for the night because all we're gonna go do is chill in the hotel room. We got our 7:30 shuttle coming tomorrow because we get to go hike.
Yes.
The trail is, or not the trail, the road is open. So we are back out there tomorrow saying goodbye to Gatlinburg.
Yes.
Yes. And we're very excited, yes.
Thank you, Gatlinburg, for the food and the drink.
But
yeah,
we must move on.
we must
It is
move
time.
on. Alas, we must
So
go.
good night all. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early.
Yes.